Good afternoon. Welcome on in to From Day One, the afternoon edition, aka the Kraken edition. Along for the ride, we have Father Skeptic, Blue Bacon, and Law Taco Mike as we have a courtroom fail for us this afternoon as we rock through Dominion. If you like it, make sure you do come back in the evening as we will have them tearing down Chili's lawsuit in the evening session, and of course Art Bell and Lucid Dreaming Part 3 in the overnight. So without further ado, here comes Skeptic, Law Taco Mike, and Blue Bacon.
Right. Me and Mike were talking about this one earlier. Let me find it real quick. Oh.
You know what? I will have now, and so will both of you. I will have yet another wave of Chili's dopey supporters bombarding my comments with nonsense. And sometimes I really do. If I'm in the right mood, it's fun to tell them to pound sand. It really is. Like it just depends on my mood. Like usually I ignore it, but sometimes I'll be like, yeah, aren't you stupid? You know, just it's fun.
I would like to get them to try to elaborate.
I'll be more than happy to have them pound sand here.
This. Would you care to respond? They never do. Or they just go, I hate you so much. Like, why? Because I like you're frustrated.
Because you're actually saying smart
I'll just
shit.
respond with nope or wrong.
All right.
It's fun.
You got it. You got it, Father Skeptic.
The next video we have, it comes from a pretty popular court case. It's the Baked Alaska court case.
Baked Alaska? That sounds interesting.
Baked Alaska. Put a 1 in the chat.
I'm familiar with food.
Food, yes, food. Baked Alaska is he is one of the people. He used to be like kind of a leftist live streamer, and then he went far right, and then he found himself as one of the people that were in the Capitol on January 6th.
Oh, the insurrection bastards.
He's now in federal court, and he has talked himself down to a misdemeanor, guys, okay? It's all going to be in here. So I'm setting you guys up. This is supposed to be his last court date. He's supposed to go in, plead guilty to the misdemeanor, and go home. It does not go that way.
I was going to say, how come it sounds like he's going to fuck that up?
So, Mike, legal expertise, will definitely come in here. Everybody else, sit back and enjoy this live stream court fail. Because this was done on a live stream. Alright, here we go.
Oh my god, on a live stream?
Get it for you.
Oh, this ought to be weird then.
Is
Go
this
ahead.
state or federal charges?
Federal.
Do it another way. Go ahead, Mark. I have the documents. Okay. Sure, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is criminal case 22-132, United States of America versus Anton Gionet. For parties on the line, please identify yourself for the record, and we'll start with government counsel today.
Good afternoon. Liz Aloy for the United States.
Good afternoon, counsel.
Attorney Zach Dorley on behalf of Anton Gionet, who is present with us today.
Gionet is the defendant.
Good afternoon to both. And I assume your client consents to this Zoom hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. That's fine. All right.
Just for the record, Judge Joseph Strafano, local counsel.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will truly answer all questions propounded to you by the court?
Yes, I do.
Your Honor, may the record reflect that Mr. Gionet is now sworn. All right, you can put your hand down, sir. All right, you're under oath now. You can get yourself in more trouble by not speaking truthfully. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So in other words, please don't speak truthfully.
Is that you're present in court today, you're under a plea of guilty to a one-count information charging you with parading, demonstrating, or picketing at the United States Capitol in violation of the federal code. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why do you wish to plead guilty?
I'm going to stop it here.
Okay.
Oh no.
Because everything so far has been good, right, Mike? I mean, this is procedure so far, right?
Sounds
good,
right.
although I don't know about audio recording, but the federal court is fussy as hell about recording. So I mean I know that's off point, but already I'm thinking I don't know.
Let me also state that I'm playing this court audio, uncut. There's going to be parts where it gets a little slow, but I'm playing it uncut because there's not a lot of people that have this audio on the internet right now. And I want to make sure that anybody that does see it or does hear it hears the full context of everything.
Sounds
there are
good,
people playing
Father
small clips,
Skeptic.
but I want you guys to hear the full context of everything. So that's where we're at. We're at a good point. Everything so far is going exactly as planned. And this is where
it's perfect right
So
now.
far, he hasn't fucked up.
This is where it goes wrong.
Yes,
That's
Your Honor.
exactly what's going to happen.
Why do you wish to plead guilty?
Well, I wanted to go to trial, but the prosecutors said if I didn't go to trial, they would put a felony on me. So I think this is probably the better route.
Well, let me.
All right.
That's exactly what I expected.
Yes.
I wanted to go to trial, but, I'm not that stupid.
Plead guilty and then say, but I'm not guilty. The judge will not accept your plea. Or he can't. He can, but I think he's obligated, isn't he, by law? Somebody could come back and appeal that decision if they told the judge, I'm not guilty, but I'm going to plead guilty. They can come back and appeal that decision. And the judge's job, the prosecutor's job, and the defense's job is to ensure that the law is served as the law is described. So in that instance, he's just presented himself a problem.
Yeah.
Because he's accused the prosecution of saying, you must plead to this or we're going to charge you with felonies. And that didn't happen.
My understanding, I haven't seen this, but they usually ask for a factual basis and have the defendant say, okay, yes, I was in the Capitol, I did this, X, Y, and Z, something so that the court has a record of what they're pleading to as well.
Yeah.
But that usually comes
That's
after
what I was about to say. My understanding of that, when they say, why are you entering this plea, the answer is generally along the lines of, because I did it. Like you got me. The allegations against me are accurate. That's why I'm pleading guilty. Boom.
That's usually the correct answer, yes.
Let me ask you this question. Are you pleading guilty because you're guilty?
I mean, I believe I'm innocent, Your Honor.
Then fine. We'll pick a trial date.
But I don't. They're saying if I go to trial, they're going to hit me with a felony.
I can't take your plea of guilty if you tell me you're innocent. So let's pick a trial date. Everyone look at the trial calendar for next spring.
Your Honor, is that a fair thing that they can threaten me with an additional charge a year and a half later?
You have a lawyer who can speak for you, sir.
Okay.
All right, get your calendars out.
Your Honor, if I can correct the record, the government did not say that we would charge Mr. DNA with a felony if he did not take the plea. We did say that the case would continue to be investigated, and where the facts led is where the charges will ultimately be.
I accept that representation. Your office has proceeded in a very honorable manner.
All right, so for those of you that are trying to follow along and might be confused as to what's going on, what actually happened was they told him, we will offer you this plea. You can accept this plea, or you cannot accept the plea. But here's the thing. If you don't accept the plea, we're going to continue to push other people that have been caught there, and they're giving up information as well. And if some of the information they give up leads to felonious charges that we can bring upon you in the future, then this plea will be null and void, and they're going to increase the charge to a felonious charge. Right now, he's just sitting there with a misdemeanor. He literally turned down the opportunity to plead out on the misdemeanor to potentially in the future catch a different charge based on information that someone else gives.
Yep.
Felony extra charge.
That goes without saying. That's not even a threat. That's just reality.
That's reality.
Mm-hmm. If you didn't say anything, that's true.
All right, so here we go.
And I didn't believe that when I heard it. So let's pick a trial date. We're looking at next spring. Mark, I scheduled a trial in February.
Next spring gives them a full year to try to find an additional charge. That it's such a bad thing for him. He was looking at such a limited, probably a fine. To be honest with you, they would have probably said to him, "You know what? You've done some time. Well, let's get this
probation.
out of here. Hell, even time served. I wouldn't be surprised if they said time served, get him out of the court, sir, correct your life, and have a good one. This is such a minimal thing for the court, and he just made it worse. So much worse.
10 times worse.
For nothing.
Yes, you did, Your Honor. Yes, you did. Tuesday, March 7th. Are the attorneys available?
The government is available at the court's convenience.
All right. Tuesday, March 7th at 9 a.m. Trial. Will there be a superseding information?
Your Honor, I cannot confirm at this time, but there will be continued investigation and there may be additional charges.
Okay. All right. And there could be a superseding indictment as well, depending on what the evidence shows, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And for defense attorneys, is that date and time available?
It is for local counsel.
It's also for myself, Your Honor.
All right. That's fine. We have a trial date.
Mike, what's going through going through his lawyer's mind right now?
Why is my client so
does he
fucking
have
stupid?
one?
Yes. He has somebody there. That's, I don't know if he's full pro se or not, but there's somebody there with him.
Well, the judge says that we have an attorney you can talk to, and he starts asking the judge for legal advice, which the judge can't give him. The judge is clearly annoyed. I mean, this guy is taking the bull. He's like, well, let's set a trial date. Now he's tired of this, which makes me think that he's done some stuff prior to this in prior hearings.
Yeah, I was saying the same. I think that this was the result of some work. Like, finally, we're going to get this guy out of here, and then boom, now we can't. I have some concerns. What are the thoughts on some challenges to that trial day based on the right to a speedy trial?
Hold on. He's about to go through that. They're about to go through that.
Oh,
I don't want to jump the gun. We'll play some more, and I'll let you guys discuss that after they talk about it.
About the time between now and then vis-a-vis speedy trial?
Your Honor, the government requests that it be excluded in the interest of justice, given the voluminous discovery and other matters in this case.
Translate, Mike, please.
Give us a pass.
It was a big incident involving a ton of people, and she's saying we might have additional charges based upon what 73 other people might say. So it's taking a while to play out, and we're not going speedy trial here. Okay. Give us latitude, Judge.
Any objection?
Can you repeat that?
Are there any objections to excluding time from speedy trial calculations from the day stayed up to the date of trial?
There's no objection from the defense.
All right.
Just wait.
You've heard your attorneys indicate that they have no objections to excluding time from speedy trial calculations from the day stayed up to the commencement of the trial on March 7th. Do you agree with your attorneys or not, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
So what did he just agree to, Mike?
He agreed to being stupid.
Oh my God, he does have. I don't know. It sounds like he does have an attorney. So it was an attorney who said that.
I think there is an attorney there. I don't think he's exactly pro se. But what did they agree to waive a speedy trial there?
Yes,
or
they did.
They push for? Why would they do that? If the prosecutor wanted it, why would he?
Probably is a good play. You know what? To be honest with you, this was a very political situation, which was hot in a moment. I would probably I don't even do this, but I would probably tell my client to waive speedy trial and let this thing die. If you really want to fight about it, I push it way in the future when nobody cares. Fine.
Yeah.
Let all the momentum evaporate out of it.
The court will make a finding that for the reasons discussed today, the court shall exclude time from speedy trial calculations from the day stayed up through March 7th, consistent with the fair administration of justice. The waiver is a knowing one and voluntary under the circumstances, and the docket will reflect that. I will issue a subsequent order putting in place a schedule for the filing of motions and or notices. Because it's a significant time between now and the trial date, should the court schedule an intervening status hearing date? I think the answer is probably yes, but I want to hear from the attorney. So let me just say one thing before we start down that million-mile journey. Let me put Mr. Gione in a breakout room with his attorneys. I don't want, believe me, and everyone who knows me knows this. I'm never going to force anyone to plead guilty if he's not guilty. Never. And the attorneys don't know me in this case. The attorneys in D.C. know me. The attorneys on the federal bar know me. And if Mr. Gione wants to go to trial, he'll get a fair trial. Like anyone and everyone else who's appeared before me, regardless of the charges. And there have been some really serious charges against people in the past. They get a fair trial. They're entitled to a fair trial, regardless of what the charges are. So, having said that, and also taking very seriously the court's responsibility not to get involved in any plea negotiations, let me put it to the attorneys this way. Do you want to go in a breakout room and talk to your client or not? And believe me, I'm not trying to put my thumb on the scale. You should know me. If not, make some phone calls to A.J. Kramer and others who know me. They'll tell you I'm not trying to trick you. All right?
If we can go into a breakout room, that would be great.
Yeah, that's fine. But I want Mr. Gione to understand, look, you want a trial, you get a fair trial, sir. All right? You hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Don't plead guilty to please me. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
Mark, put him in the breakout room. And let him stay in the breakout room for as long as they want to stay in the breakout room.
Sounds like the judge is like trying to say, hey, I'm not letting you have a reason to be able to come back and file against this, but dude, you better fucking think about this. It's like, dude, I'm trying to give you help here. Flags are on the play. Love to hear what you guys think about that skeptic, and of course, Mike and Blue Bacon. I think you're still with us too. Huh? Let me get you guys back in here.
Breakout and talk about this. And
yeah, I love how he's laughing because he knows. On the bench, he knows what this guy should be doing. That's why he's like, Are you sure this is what you want to do? He's like,
yeah, but he goes out of his way. They say, well, we'll get you trial if that's what you want. But you're right. He knows in his heart that the plea is the good play here.
Whatever. Hey, well, let the chips fall when they make. It's all about doing the correct thing for the correct reason. But I think we got a little off course there. I think it's only fair to give everyone a chance to talk. And believe me, if he wants to go to trial, he'll get a fair trial. But it just won't be this year because there are too many other matters already scheduled. All right. I've said enough. Mark, I'll be sitting here doing some other work. Just let me know when you're ready. I'm going to put myself on. I'm going to mute video and audio, Mark. Okay? Yeah, sure, Your Honor. Okay. If anyone talks about the judge, I can hear you talking. So, all right? Keep your comments to yourself in the breakout room.
I have taken out the silencers, so it'll continue playing, but
all right.
I have it all in.
I got enough work, Mark. Okay, sure, yeah. Okay. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
And look, if you need to come back another day to talk about this, that's fine. I'm not trying to rush anyone into doing anything.
Well, candidly, Judge, that's kind of where this is going, which is why I don't think it'll take but maybe 5 minutes with Mr.
Okay,
Lloyd.
but that's fine with me. Maybe you can talk to Mark. He can let you know what's good on my calendar.
Why do I hear like double audio?
Yeah, whenever you're ready. All right.
Sure. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Okay.
That was the original person.
Okay?
I was like, who the fuck joined our live stream?
How do the attorneys wish to proceed?
Your Honor, I discussed it with the attorneys, and the government has agreed that if we set a trial date of next March, that we will agree to hold the plea offer open for 60 days, at which point it will expire. So we'd ask you to set a status for 60 days out and a trial date.
Okay. All right. So we have a trial date, and Mark, how can we accommodate the attorney?
Okay, so just to let y'all know what just happened, they've agreed to set the trial date in March of next year, and agreed to leave the plea bargain open for 60 days to give him time to think about it. Now, before the end of this video, I know what you're thinking right now, Chad. I know. You're thinking to yourself, this guy made a mistake. His lawyer lawyers are going to talk to him, and he's going to fix his issue. But I promise you, by the end of this video, I will have changed, or he will have changed your mind, okay? Not me. He will have changed your mind. Here we go.
60 days, Mark. How about July 12th at 2 o'clock p.m. if parties are available?
Your Honor, I'm scheduled to be in a trial before Judge Walton that week, but I will have somebody from my office stand in.
Well, no, we can accommodate you, counsel.
Maybe the next week.
Yeah. How long is that trial going to take, do you think?
I think we will be done by the latter half of the next week.
Okay, by the next week. Okay. Maybe let's look at, what about towards the end of July, counsel? How about the 27th, 28th, or 29th? That can be flexible. Actually, the 29th is a good day. I have one matter at 1 o'clock. The 17th is going to take some time. The 29th, a bad day for anyone?
That actually is a bad day for me. I'm going to be out of town on the 29th.
Mark, is that correct? The jury trial is scheduled for July 25th? That's a continuation, and Your Honor, while this hearing was going on, they actually filed a motion to continue the jury trial. Oh, okay, all right. Counsel, what about this may not be good for Mr. Loy, I don't know.
How did
the 22nd of July?
This?
Counsel, you'll still be in trial, won't you?
I think it's likely we'll be done by then.
Let's try for, if that's not a bad date, let's try for lunchtime, 12:30. And if it's a bad date, you're in trial, we'll just postpone it. Well, let's be realistic. What about, I'm trying not to schedule matters in August for a host of reasons. Suppose we were to come back right after Labor Day, first week in September. Any problems with that? Yes.
Not from the government, but I would want to note for the record that we can't make any assurances that the plea will remain open longer.
All right. Well, let's keep it. I don't want to interfere with that. Let's keep that open. Let's try and pick another date before the trial starts. Mr. Lawyer needs some guidance from you.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm available. The trial schedule starts July 7th, so anytime the prior week in June would work. The last week in June would work.
Fine with me. I can be flexible.
I think that'd be shorter than the 60 days, though, wouldn't it?
All right, do you guys need to go back into the Zoom room?
I guess don't have the calculation right now. I guess
Love of lawyers talking back and forth.
60 days is. But I suppose wherever that falls is when we should schedule the hearing.
I don't know, Mark. I don't have my advocates in front of me.
Well, I mean, what happened the 22nd was quite a good day over here.
I think Mr. Lloyd is in trial, I think, right?
No, I think I'll be out by the 22nd.
All right, that's July 22nd. Let's do that, Mark. What time do we have? I'm showing the jury trial is no longer going to disappear, right? I have a 17 to 2. How about 1 o'clock on July 22nd?
Yes, Your Honor.
Actually, let's do it at 12:30. If you're still in trial, it's lunch break, so let's do it at 12:30 on July 22nd. All right. And Mr. Gianni, again, there's no obligation on you to consent to excluding time from speedy trial calculations. Your attorneys have indicated that you have no objections to excluding time from speedy trial calculations from the day's date up through. I'll just total through the trial date. We have a trial date. We also have a status hearing date. Do you agree with your attorney, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for the additional time. I appreciate it.
No. These things happen.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't born yesterday. These things happen.
So this is a bacon
the court will make a finding if all the reasons discussed exclusion of time until March 7th is certainly consistent with the fair administration of justice. And it's certainly a knowing one, involuntary one. You have two outstanding attorneys. So, docket will reflect the time between now and March 7th is exclusion of speedy trial calculations. We have a status hearing on July 22nd, I believe at 12:30. Mark, is that correct? That is correct, Your Honor. July 22nd at 12:30 p.m. All right. Everyone be safe and healthy, and we'll talk again in July.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Okay, bye-bye.
Well, I guess we're going to be listening in July.
So I went in. Okay, so I'm gonna stop it there because we're getting to the last little clip of the video, and this is him explaining his own actions. So we don't have to interpret them. We can just hear him in his own words say, "This is why I chose what I chose." But
I do not know why it took them so long to get that damn date. You're talking about here's that hearing. Do you want to take this plea? No. Okay, well then we'll continue the trial. You do want to do this plea? Okay, let's do this for 5 minutes. And then he goes through the plea, rigmarole, and he's guilty. Next. I mean, it literally is a 5-minute hearing.
Yeah, and I'm again, guys, I wanted to play the audio to preserve it for all the internet to have, because it's very hard to find this audio right now. So anybody can come back and listen if they want with minimal interruption or whatever. But anyway, he went on live, I guess, the same evening, and because this only happened a few days ago. So this is either the same evening or last night. Here we go.
And I went in there, I'm like, okay, I can take the plea, blah, 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 da-da-da, talked to my attorneys this morning, and then I sat in the hearing, and God just put it on my heart to just speak the truth, to just speak from the heart, and that's what I did.
I hate to tell you this, homie, but God is not going to serve your time or pay your fines, so you probably should listen to your lawyers.
Yep.
He said I was prepared to... Huh?
I was going to say, do you think he also stated God told him to go to the Capitol? Because if that's true, I think you need to start listening to a different God. Not giving him good advice.
From the heart, and I see all these people like, oh my gosh, makes an idiot. He blew up his plea.
You're an idiot. You are an idiot. You had a fucking a misdemeanor offer there. You could have got away with nothing. Like, for what you did, you could have got away with absolutely. You just walked away from it and been done. You're perfectly fine.
I don't care.
You don't care.
You know what I do care about? I care about the truth. I care about God's truth. I care about integrity. I care about values. And I was literally, like, almost in tears after that hearing, because it was just like, God filled me with the Holy Spirit. I was just speaking exactly what God wanted me to say. And no matter how this turns out, if I take the plea deal, if I go to trial, I am now proud. I'm proud that I had a chance in front of the worldwide stage to expose the truth on what they're doing to the January 6th defendants.
All right.
Yeah, we're not going to get political. Like, me and Mike already talked about this. We're not doing political. We're only talking about the court aspect of his case. And me personally, being as ignorant as I am at law, I think that what he did was an extremely bad move. I think he should have just taken the plea and been done with it.
It sounds like he's going to take it.
You think so?
Oh yeah, he just laid the possibility out there, but he did this, and that's okay. The other thing is too, it's a bad idea because you want to get on with your life, but I doubt that he's going to face any serious additional charges. However, if I'm representing him, I'm saying, yeah, I don't think you probably are. Even if he went to trial and got convicted of this, it probably wouldn't be a big deal. If he's on trial for a misdemeanor, it's not a big deal. It's whether or not they jack it up to a felony. That's the problem.
Oh, Mike, I'm covering. You know what? Hey, sorry, I didn't mean to get off. I was getting ready to load up my taser video. Who's stuck around here? I want one in the chat if you stuck around for the taser video. And just Taser Tuesday. Hashtag Taser Tuesdays. Hashtag Taser Tuesdays are electrifying.
Well, come on, let's do a bonus.
I saw that video you covered of the lady with her husband, and she's like the sovereign citizen. She's got the flag behind her with the white background with the blue stars instead of blue with white. And I was like, man, I'm gonna cover that video. That shit was funny. But let me.
It's good stuff. You really should.
Oh, I think you know what? Because YouTube's about to, I want y'all to know, I love y'all. And YouTube's about to make this stream go away. Because when I show you what I'm about to show you, everywhere I've ever found it online, it's been marked for age restriction, so it's going to be age restricted here. Let me see. Okay, yeah, this is the one. All right, so this is your Taser Tuesday teaser. Ooh, look at that, Mike. You hear that? That is
a lot.
That's
Yeah.
a triple
Taser
T.
Tuesday teaser.
We come back Tuesday night, we might actually have the full clip, but
All right,
let's
so
get
here we go.
to
We're going to bring up the Taser Tuesday teaser. We're going to give these people what they want. We're going to address the audience.
Yeah, we like
see
some
if they have any
Sparky.
questions or anything they have to say to either one of us or any three of us. And we'll get the fuck out of here.
I can leave if you want. Look, hey, it's okay.
I've never asked you to leave. I never intend to. Here we go. What are you doing? We'll play it uninterrupted for the people.
Stop! I'm not here to hurt anybody.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get my wife and kids.
Okay, and you think that trying to kill somebody is the way to do that? Give me your driver's license. Give me your driver's license. I'm asking for your driver's license.
He's running! I'm sorry, I get excited. I know what's coming up, and I'm getting
He said he's
excited.
going to the zoo.
Chad, let's go!
Oh my god. Hey, watch out. Don't let him kill somebody. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hey, man, get out of here. Go ahead. Go up. Here, stop this guy.
He turned around and came back to the police car. He deserves to be tased.
Yeah, he just ran off again and almost killed that female officer.
125. We just had somebody about hit us multiple times out here. Stop me in the car.
Oh, that was nice. That was nice.
I swear. Just on the ground. Do not move.
Oh, that was a classic nice drop.
What is wrong with you?
Lots of shit.
No. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You almost hit a trooper. I'm sorry. 125. We have.
He almost hit two troopers.
Start me a supervisor.
It's just about my wife and kids, who are me,
And give me a medic.
and it's just about her. And I love you guys, and I know you love me.
I love you guys.
I love you guys, but I tried to run two of you over.
He's fucked up on something.
I just need for you guys to help me up.
Well, you're under arrest. You're going to jail.
You're going to hell, aka jail. You done fucked up, son.
You have anything on you?
No, nothing at all. Just in this.
Why did you?
Including no brain cells.
Because it wasn't about me, it was about my wife and kids.
Guess what? Now it's about you.
Yeah, it's most definitely
I
about
don't
you.
have anything
Did
on
you
me.
already search it?
Listen, just stand me up. I will not hurt you.
Yeah,
You're not
no.
moving right now. We got a medic coming.
You're not moving unless I'm putting some more volts in your ass.
No, it's Nirvana, and I'm not going to hurt you.
Whoa.
I swear, I just stuttered right there on accident. I swear.
Was that a needle that he just pulled out of his pocket?
I believe so.
Might have been.
I saw this, but I wasn't paying attention, and I kept trying to download it and I had to screen record it to get the whole thing. But I think he just pulled a needle out of his pocket.
I believe
You're
so.
not moving right now. We got a medic coming. You're going to jail.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you
Oh,
are.
yeah, you are, dear.
Nirvana, and I'm not going to
Right
hurt
there.
you. I swear, I just stuttered right there on
What's
accident.
going on with your wife and kids?
I'm trying to get to them. I just need to communicate.
Okay, well, that's not happening.
Well, it is, though, because you're going to help me, and I love you, and it's not about you now. There's a time for that. But right now, I just needed to get back
Let's
to
sit him
you.
up.
Okay.
Sit up.
I like that. It's not about, yeah, it's about you.
That's going to be a great Tuesday video.
Come back Tuesday evening
The
for
I
that
love
one.
you part was the kicker.
I love you.
I love you.
You guys don't. I love you. I know y'all don't mean to do this. Yeah, they do. That's
Yeah, we definitely do.
what they meant to do.
We
All right,
so do.
let's turn it over to the chat. We'll read a couple of super chats. Let's see.
I'll let you guys have fun with that. Enjoy yourself. And again, of course, we have these same guys talking about Chili's law case and the people trying to get it dismissed. That's coming up in the evening, part B. And of course, Art Bell and Lucid Dreaming, the final section, comes up tonight in part C in the overnight. So until then, please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Get us to the goal of 50,000 views. 1,000 subscribers. The box over Nexters goes and hooks us up with those nice red boxes we can send to all of you, and Google puts us on the algorithms. Sorry about that. There we go. Coinbase, Ibotta, and Gain.gg are all below. Get your freebies, help out the show, and help out yourself at the same time. $10 free when you sign up for the first 2, and your first 100 credits free when you sign up for Gain. Well, that might have been what I wanted. Gain.gg. So until then, like, share, and subscribe. Be kind to one another, and release the Krakens as we march along here from day one. Have a great afternoon. Again, the Chili case in the evening, and the final portion of Art Bell and Dr. Jillian Holloway with Lucid Dreaming in the overnight is still up to come today here on From Day One. Have a great afternoon. Again, we'll see you tonight. Enjoy this final fight in the brawl.